The road may seem like a jungle, filled with all sorts of strange creatures. Bugs and birds and cats and fish. And just maybe the time has come to clear the way. Here's the one to do it. Cobra, new king of the road. Cobra, the big reason that Ford has a corner on performance this year. Cobra, brought up in a tough neighborhood at places like Darlington and Atlanta and Riverside. Powered by a 428 Cobra Jet V8. Cobra, as much at home on its way to the supermarket as it is on its way to a checkered flag. Cobra, high performance at the lowest price in Ford's Performance Corner. Cobra, new king of the road. Clear the way. Ford gives you better ideas.
And then there's the tires. The track record has been broken thanks to soft tires. And now we find that the pole winner, David Pearson, along with Buddy Baker, Bobby Isaac, and Sweet Savage, have got tires on that are going to wear out very rapidly. And they have an option.
Also today on ABC's Wide World of Sports, we'll be taking you to Colorado Springs, Colorado for the World Ice Dancing Championship with Jim McKay and Dick Button. And we'll join Jack Kramer for action in the National Platform Tennis Championship in Scarsdale, New York. So at Promise City in 43, Leroy Yarbrough in 98, James Hilton in 48, Buddy Arrington in 67. And then as we move way back at 37th spot is Buddy Baker and Bobby Isaac, and then Sweet Savage and David Pearson. In addition to the fact that we have 40 cars of racing caliber on the track and a pace car, we also have a camera car. And in that car is our colleague Chris Economaki, who is going to be... All right, very good, Chris. Great start, and Charlie Glotzback sings into that first turn. Allison right behind him, and all the cars make it safely through that number one turn, and they head down the backstretch with Glotzback in the lead and Allison right behind, and Cale Yarborough moving up into the number 3 spot. Also flying very fast is Buddy Baker in car 3 and David Pearson in 17. They've also moved, and Yarborough gets through to take second place, chasing Charlie Glotzback. So Allison has dropped back to third. Cale Yarborough has second place. And at the end of the second lap, Baker has moved up, as David Pearson and Bobby Isaac. Now, Cale moves in on Glotzback. Down in the middle of the backstretch. And Yarborough takes the lead after 2.5 laps. He started in the number 5 spot on the inside pole in row number 3. NASCAR's all-time leading money winner, Cale Yarborough, driving the new Mercury spoiler, has taken the lead from Glotzback. Goldsmith is right behind Glotzback. Allison is now running in number 5.
First scene here, Cale is streaking, but Buddy Baker back at number 3 is turning an even faster lap time, trying to catch up.
Baker started in the 37th position, has now moved up into number 9. And there's Bobby Isaac, who is just ahead of Buddy Baker right now in the number 8 spot. Isaac started in the number 38 position in this race. Sweet Savage in 13 was in the speed, 36.2 on this 1.5-mile track, converts to 149.171 miles an hour for Cale Yarborough. And here's a slide. A car in trouble down on the inside. E.J. Trevette in car 08, but there is no caution flag. So apparently everything is okay. They're still running under the green and running very hot. We'll be back with more of the Atlanta 500 in just a moment. Very significant pit stop, and we'll check and see what they do.
It's a rare thing that they stop on the green, Bill, and here he comes down into the pits now. The Wood brothers ready to go to work on the car. The car stops and the clock starts. We're going to time this stop to see how long it takes to get him out. 2 10-gallon cans of fuel will be given the car, and the right side tires only are being changed. And these are the masters of the pits. There's the driver waiting for the signal to go. A tap on the back of the car will tell him he's ready to go. And there's the tap now, and away he goes, and the stopwatch says a remarkable 18.8 seconds. Truly a great pit stop.
And now I believe it's going to trigger a lot of pit stops, because here comes Richard Petty coming in, and the Petty crew, all dressed in blue, coming out very quickly to give him service. Bobby Allison is in car number 22. Spot. His stop is out of the way.
Standings are jumbled at this point behind Pearson, but here's a remarkable observation. At this point in the only one car has dropped out because of mechanical trouble. Dick Crook.
39 still running, and now Pearson is in the pits. David Pearson is in the pits, and that means that Cale Yarborough will regain the lead. And depending upon the way the cars are strung out now after their pit stops, it'll probably be Isaac and Baker behind him. Before the race got underway today, Chris Economaki had a chance to talk with Cale Yarborough about his second place. And these two fellows have been really going at it most of the afternoon. In fact, we've had some real good duels, Chris, back in the pack.
The racing's been behind Cale Yarborough. No one can stay with him. Buddy Baker has been trying hard here, but he hasn't made it up that far yet. Incidentally, the word from Junior Johnson's pit, Leroy Yarborough's number 98, the only other Mercury sport on the race, is having trouble with his brakes.
Now, on these high speeds, here comes car number 25, Jabe Thomas, into the pit area. But the big story right now is that Buddy Baker's car, number 3, has moved into the pits, and there it is. And Chris Economaki is down there to try to get a word with Buddy on exactly what
Installed as his driver. It's a factory Ford, a Banjo Matthew Talladega, and he looks at this as his big chance.
the leader, Cale Yarborough, averaging better than 148 miles an hour. We still have not had a caution so far. And if Cale Yarborough can maintain it, of course, it would set an all-time record. Here is the first caution flag, and it's a spin. 2 cars involved, maybe a third. Car number 25, Jabe Thomas, Neil Castles, and 06 are down. There's oil in the track. The cars are slowing down, and I believe, Chris, can you see the third car?
That's right, it is David Pearson. He's not on the track. James Hilton blew an
The things stand right now. Yarborough is in front. Pearson is in second place. Allison third. Then Richard Petty is fourth. Car number 99, Paul Colson, is in fifth, but is in danger of being lapped by the leader, Cale Yarborough. Then we have Pete Hamilton and Leroy Yarborough behind them in sixth and seventh. Pearson still plugging away in second place, and Elmo Langley, car number 64, in trouble now, smoking, and immediately the caution flag goes out, and the yellow blinker lights are out. There is oil all over the track. Apparently the blown engine of the Elmo Langley car is going to slow things down here quite a bit. So the caution flag is out. Cale Yarborough.
Sweet Savage in car number 13 is out of it. The first of the 429 Ford engine cars to fail.
David Pearson getting a strong challenge from Paul Goldsmith in car number 99. This really is the last of the Dodge Hopes. Car number 99, driven by the veteran from Munster, Indiana, Paul.
Front straightaway, turning RPMs will turn about 7,000 RPMs, and you go into the turn real low on the racetrack, and when the car breaks loose, then you get out of the accelerator, and then you pick it right back up again, full bore down the backstretch, and run it again about 7,000 RPMs, down through turn 3 the same way, drive it in until it breaks loose, then back into the throttle full bore, through turn 4 and down the front straightaway.
And down the front straightaway he comes. Put his foot right into it, and right behind him is David Pearson in car number 17. He has narrowed the gap to less than a second. Now the spectator Economaki, and meet the winner, Cale Yarborough.
Hello again, Cale. Last year, this year makes it 3 straight. What kind of a race was it?
Yes, it was a hard race. For me, it seemed like the longest race I've ever run. I'd get out in the lead, and even one time we had 2 laps, but I just tried to play it cool, but everything went good. The pit crew, the Wood Brothers did a fantastic job, and this new Mercury Cyclone with the Hemi engine did a great job, and everything concerned.
Did you really push the car, Cale?
I drove it hard as it's run all day.
Who gave you the strongest challenge?
Well, I think Pearson was probably running the strongest, but I think we had something for him.
Cale Yarborough, back from Vietnam and back in victory lane. Back to you, Bill Fleming.
All right, thank you very much.